All right. So how did you get started? Did you just one day wake up and say, hey, I'm going to go buy trailers for a living? How did that happen?
That's exactly it. I had a dream one day, and I said I want to own trailers, but that is very far from the truth. I actually grew up where trailers and mobile homes were not that good of a investment. They weren't safe. They're hurricane missiles, quote unquote. It really started whenever I was a tenant, and a terrible tenant. I was about 19, 20 years old, and my friends and I have a list of eviction notices for spaghetti wrestling, pudding wrestling, parking the motorcycle in the living room, mud wrestling. Again, we were the tenants you never want to rent to. So what do? I go buy a house. And then I move my
Okay.
same friends in that helped me get evicted. I was not the motorcycle. I might have been some of the parties. But I moved them in, and then I got to feel what the landlord side was about. It really
Yeah.
turned out really well because I did something without realizing it that was brilliant. I divided up the rooms amongst all my friends and charged them my mortgage. So I lived for free. I was like, well, this is really cool. I like living for free. A few years later, I went to the mortgage broker and said, can I buy another house? I bought another house. I was only listening to the banks, which you'll learn is a bad idea. And I bought another property, losing a little bit every month, but the bank said, it's okay. Real estate goes straight up. Well, a few years later, when that ARM, the adjustable rate mortgage, I was supposed to refinance out of that, the market was going down because we were in the recession.
Yeah.
And completely opposite of what I would have thought, my rate actually started going up. So I went from losing a little bit every month to a little bit more every month. And I eventually gave up and sold the house as a short sale. Ding to my ego, ding to my credit. Really the biggest thing, it was a ding to my integrity, and it helped me become a conservative investor. I ended up at REIAs years later, so the real estate investor clubs, and that's where I found out about mobile homes or trailers. And that conservative part of me that I was talking about, I thought we were at the top of the market like 6, 7 years ago, which obviously I've been extremely wrong.
Hmm.
But that's what drove me to start listening to the old school investors that all talked about mobile homes.
Yeah.
And since then, I have completely switched my investing career over to mobile homes. So that is my 20 years kind of condensed down into 3 or 4 minutes.
Now, the one thing that intrigues me most is the spaghetti fighting. I've never heard of it. I'm very risk adverse when it comes to searching for things. I don't know what the result might be, so I'm just gonna talk to you offline about what a spaghetti fight is. Sounds crazy, sounds fun. I love spaghetti, but maybe not on a person. So,
And our landlord didn't like it because the mold started growing because we didn't clean it up right away.
oh my goodness. Oh my